Hey guys, welcome back to JD Mods. Today we're going to do a how-to video while working on Ali's new Infinity G35. This is a 2007 G35 Coupe, but this should work for probably pretty much every year G35, G37, M35, etc. So basically today what the problem is when you get out of your car, since these are frameless windows, what happens is they roll down about a quarter of an inch, and then when you close your windows, or doors, the idea is that the window is supposed to roll up about an inch to close the gap. But what happens is it thinks there's a finger in the way, so it tries to roll up the ½ inch, then thinks there's a finger or the window's rolled up too far, then it ends up rolling down about a third of the way, and then you're left having to manually roll it up with your key, or it'll stay down and you'll get a bunch of rain in your car.
Which has happened.
Alright, so the first step that I already did off camera was to take the door card off. There's only a couple screws here. 2 screws are behind the aluminum panel on the door handle. You just pop off that panel on the bottom, take out those 2 screws, and there's one more hidden screw behind the door handle, and then basically you just pop it off from the bottom and slide it straight up, and then you can see here, this is your inner door card. And the first thing we need to access is the limit switch reset button, which is behind this black circle sticker right here. You can see the little switch right there. Mm-hmm. That is the reset button for your window motor. So quickly before I actually fix the issue, I've decided to show you guys what the actual problem is. So let's get inside the car. I'm going to turn the keys into the on mode as if I was driving the car. And now let's go ahead and use my window switch that I reconnected and fully roll up the window. Just like that. So you're fully rolled up, and let's pretend you want to get out of the car now. So let's just shove that somewhere so it doesn't get hurt, just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and get out of the car. And now let's go ahead and close our window, like we're leaving to go to the store. As you can see there, it tried to roll up a little bit, hit the limit switch, then roll down about 4 inches. So now the only option is to use the Infinity key feature, put the key in the hole and turn it so that it goes up by hand. And even then, sometimes it hits it and rolls straight back down, so you have literally no way of closing your window. Let's try and fix this though. Alright, so now we're going to try and fix that problem that I just showed you. And so to do that, with the door open, the first step is to roll up the window all the way. Make sure it's all the way up, as you can see there. And then you're supposed to be able to close the door and make sure that the window stays in the up position. As you can see, mine's rolled down. Okay, so while holding the switch, close the door. Alright, then I'm going to let go of the switch. Okay, next step. So now that we're closed inside of our car, you have to locate that reset switch that I already showed where it was. So start by pressing and holding the reset switch. And while doing that, you fully open the door using the switch.
Window. Open the window.
The window. Alright, and now you release the reset switch and then lift up the window the entire way. Then you let go, and now, after releasing the reset switch and releasing the window open button, you're supposed to be able to open the door and it'll drop down a little bit.
I heard it drop down.
Drop down, and now for the moment of truth, we should be able to close the door and it will go up that quarter of an inch and not roll back down. Alright, let's try a few more times, maybe from outside the car.
Okay.
Alright.
So now I'm going to test it from the outside of the car just before we put the door back together.
Still really hot.
Seems like it's fixed.
Alright, so now that we've fixed the window regulator limit switch, we have to quickly put our door card back on. Just a few quick tips. If your stickers aren't sticky enough, just reapply them using some electrical tape, which prevents any moisture from getting inside the cabin. And before you do any of the clips, don't forget to reattach your door handle cables as well as the electrical. So quickly I can show you how to do that. So the ball goes on the bottom, that's your actual door handle. You just put it in the handle first and then put the plastic connector in the clip, and do the same with the lock mechanism. You put it first in the connector or in the handle and then on the connector, and then your other electrical you'd have to hook up is the door light, which is just at the bottom here, and then this is your window connector. So just make sure that when you put the door card on, it kind of comes up through this hole over here. Then to put the door card on itself, you have to make sure to go from the top. This is kind of the hardest part of the whole job actually. Kind of go from the top and push down to latch the window in place. There it goes, just like that. And then you push it down, and you know you've pushed it down far enough when you can see the screw hole line up with the door handle. And then now that you know that it's lined up, make sure that the electrical connector is outside, and just push on all of the push connectors, and make sure that you hear lots of click noises. Here, just like this. You can hear it click into place. Push along the entire bottom of the door. Just like that. Yep, we're good. And now I'll show you connecting up the screws so that you can also know how to do it in reverse. So there's two 10mm screws, one on the top of the door handle, one on the bottom of the door handle, this is too short, I have to use a screwdriver, and then the last 10mm screw is the one that just goes here behind the actual door handle right here. And then to cover up those screws, they have provided a nice little cover. You just pop them in place, and then this is the large aluminum piece. To remove it, I should tell you that that is a nice groove given to you so you don't scratch the aluminum. And to reinstall, I would recommend putting the top on first, then clicking the bottom on, just like that. And two more things. There's two plastic connectors over here. 1, 2. Might not have had to remove those, but I did anyway. And then lastly, of course, make sure to reconnect your window switch panel. And now let's give it one final test with everything back on to make sure that we didn't mess anything up. So I'm going to go ahead and close the door. We accidentally locked it, so I was able to unlock it, which means that that works as well. And that is how you fix your window switch on a G35. Alright guys, so there you can see I have successfully reset the limit switch on the window motor on a G35. This is a good thing to do before you go ahead and buy a new window motor, because most times it doesn't need it. So hopefully you guys learned something, and as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.